Hello friends, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. Welcome to my channel Live Biochemistry. Today I am going to discuss about the very important topic, that is a vitamin A. So as you can see in my background, there is a carrots. Okay, so carrots are the good source of vitamin A. Okay, and this is how we can see uh, anything. We can see the word with our eyes, and vitamin A has a very important role in our vision. There are many functions of vitamin A, like in the growth, in the reproduction, or in the as an antioxidant, or in the maintenance of epithelium. But out of all the function, vision is the most important function of vitamin A. So I'm going to tell about the sources of uh, uh, vitamin A, daily requirement of vitamin A, different functions of vitamin A, different forms of vitamin A, and deficiency manifestation of vitamin A. So it will be very interesting and very important to you. It will be helpful to you in the medicine, in the general practice, in the ophthalmology. So watch this video till the end. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification for my future videos. So let's start with the vitamin A. It occurs in two forms in our food. Okay, one food is plant form, and one from the animal. So when we eat the food, animal containing food like milk, egg, butter, cheese, fish liver oil, okay, meat, then we get the animal source of vitamin A. They are in the form of retinoids. So what are the retinoids? Like retinal, which has a CHO group, retinol, which has a hydroxyl group, and retinoic acid, which has a COOH group. Okay, so when we take this diet, milk, egg, butter, cheese, fish liver oil, then we get these retinoids. Okay, and when we take the plant source, so we get the beta carotene. Okay. And the source are like, main source is carrot, as you can see here in my background. Okay, spinach, then papaya, mango. So these are all the tomato, green leafy vegetables. These all are the good source of vitamin A. So when you take this food, you get the beta carotene, which is broken down to retinal and then converted to retinol, and further absorption takes place. That we will see. Okay. And when we, in the structure of this vitamin A, there is ion ring. Okay. And when we take the plant source, it is broken down by the oxidative cleavage, and theoretically it will form the two forms of vitamin A. Two molecules of vitamin A. Now, what are the source of vitamin A? So animal source, fish liver oil, butter, cheese, milk, egg. Okay, these are the animal source. While carrots, spinach, mango, papaya, green leafy vegetable, tomatoes, these are the vegetable source of vitamin A. Okay, so if a person don't take this food in the diet, the person will suffer from the vitamin A deficiency, and we will see how much important. So what is the daily recommended allowance, RDA, recommended daily allowance for the vitamin A? So it is 1000 retinal equivalent, and one retinal equivalent is equal to 1 microgram of retinol. So 1000 in men, and woman it is 800 retinal equivalent, or 800 microgram. Okay, so men 1000 retinal equivalent, woman 800 retinal equivalent. So in exam it is asked what are the source, RDA, function, and deficiency of vitamin A. So 1000 for men, 800 for woman. Okay, 1000 for men, 800 for woman. Now, how the vitamin A is absorbed, transported, and stored. So when you take the diet which contains either animal source or plant source. When we take the plant source, there is a beta carotene, which is broken down to retinal. Then this retinal is reduced to retinol, and then it is again esterified by retinal ester, and they will be incorporated to chylomicron. And chylomicron, as you know, they will go to the lymphatic system, and ultimately they will come to the portal circulation, and it will, this retinal is stored as a retinal palmitate. And vitamin A, as you know, fat soluble vitamin, they are stored. So it is stored in the liver. And whenever, depend on the requirement, this retinol will bind with the retinol binding protein, and it will go to the tissue. Okay. And when we take the animal source, then it contains the retinoids. So this retinal ester is removed, this fatty acid is removed, and it is converted to retinol. This retinol is taken up by the intestinal epithelial cell and to form retinol. Again, it is re-esterified to form retinal ester. It is taken up by the chylomicrons in the intestine, and then will come to the systemic circulation, ultimately stored in the liver. So extra amount is stored in the liver and depend on the requirement. So what are the target organs? So like epithelium, our eye, there is retina, there is so much requirement of this retinol. So this retinol is taken up by this retinol binding protein and go to the different tissue. Okay, so target organs like retina is there. Okay, epithelium, so where this vitamin A is taken up. Now, what are the function of this vitamin A? As we know, the retinal, three form of retinoid from animal source, retinal, which has a role in the vision. Okay, then retinol has a role in the reproduction, and retinoic acid has a role in growth and differentiation of tissue, while the plant source beta carotene has a role in the antioxidant. It acts as an antioxidant. So vision, the which form of retinal? It is 11-cis retinal. We will see in few minutes about the Wahl's visual cycle. So in rods, there is a rhodopsin, which is made up of opsin protein and 11-cis retinal. Okay. Then retinol has a role in the reproduction. Retinoic acid has a role in the growth and differentiation of the tissue. Retinol has also a role in the epithelial integrity and immunity, while beta carotene has a role as an antioxidant. Okay, and glycoprotein synthesis. Now there are rods which is important for the dark vision in the dark. Okay, these are the rods, are the photoreceptor cells that are present in the retina, and they are photosensitive pigment. So when light strikes in the rods, there is a pigment in the rods which is called as rhodopsin, and this rhodopsin is made up of 11-cis retinal and opsin. So this is the structure of rod, which contains the photosensitive pigment called rhodopsin, which is made up of 11-cis retinal and opsin protein. That's why this retinal vitamin A has a role. Okay, and how it acts we will see. So when light falls on the rhodopsin, this inactive form of rhodopsin is converted to betho, lumi, and meta-rhodopsin 1 and 2. And then ultimately it will change to various forms. So this is rhodopsin, that is the visual pigment present in the rods. Okay, and when light falls on it, there is a photoisomerization and visual excitation. So ultimately this rhodopsin is converted to betho-rhodopsin, lumi-rhodopsin, meta-rhodopsin 1, 2, and ultimately it is converted to 11-trans-retinal. So at least just remember, this rhodopsin is made up of 11-cis retinal and opsin. Then everything is easy. Okay, once you remember that rhodopsin is made up of 11-cis retinal plus opsin, when light falls on the rhodopsin on the retina, this rhodopsin is converted to betho, lumi, meta-rhodopsin 1, 2, and ultimately it is converted to 11-trans-retinal, and opsin is reutilized. Now this 11-trans-retinal in the retina, it is with the help of isomerase enzyme, it is converted to 11-cis retinal and bind with the opsin to desynthesize the rhodopsin. But some portion of the retinal, they will go to the liver, and liver there is an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme. and with the help of NADH, it is oxidized to NAD, and transretinal is reduced to transretinol. Then in the liver, with the help of isomerase, it is converted to 11-cis-retinol. Then again, retinol is oxidized to 11-cis-retinal, and it is bind with the opsin to resynthesize the rhodopsin. Those whole this called as the Wahl's visual cycle. Okay, I will draw it again. So what happened? This, what is Wahl's visual cycle, is asked as a separate question also in exam. So this rhodopsin, just remember, it is made up of 11-cis-retinal and opsin. So when light falls on the retina, there is a photo excitation, visual excitation occur, and it is converted to different form. Like opsin is reutilized, but 11-cis-retinal is converted to bethorodopsin, lumirhodopsin, metarhodopsin 1, 2, and ultimately it is converted to 11-transretinal. Now it has two fates. Like in retina, it is isomerized to 11-cis-retinal, and it will bind with the opsin to resynthesize the rhodopsin. Or it may go to the liver, where it is converted with the alcohol dehydrogenase enzyme. So NADH is oxidized to NAD, while retinal is reduced to retinol. While in the liver, there is the isomerase enzyme. It is converted to 11-cis-retinol, which is oxidized to retinal. Okay, and here NAD is converted to NADH, and it is resynthesized to rhodopsin. Okay, this is about the Wahl visual cycle. So this is how the role of 11-cis-retinal, the retinal form of vitamin A. Now when light falls on the rod cell, okay, then it will, this inactive rhodopsin, normally it is in inactivated form, which is made up of 11-cis-retinal plus opsin. Once light falls on the retina, it is activated, and it will activate the one protein called as a transducin. Okay, this transducin protein is activated. This transducin protein is a GTP protein. So here what happens, there is activation of this GTP alpha portion, and it will activate the membrane bound phosphodiesterase enzyme. Now this phosphodiesterase enzyme, it will convert cyclic GMP to 5' GMP. Okay, and degradation of cyclic GMP. Now this cyclic GMP is important to keep this sodium channel of the rods. This is in the membrane of the rods, there is a sodium channel. It is open. Okay, and cyclic GMP will keep this channel open. When the cyclic GMP is broken down by the phosphodiesterase enzyme, because of the light falls on the retina, rhodopsin is activated. It will activate the transducin. Transducin will activate phosphodiesterase. Phosphodiesterase will break down the cyclic GMP. Cyclic GMP is not available, so sodium channel will not keep open, so it is closed. And as sodium channel is closed, there is a negativity, and which will lead to the hyperpolarization of the membrane of the rods, and it will generate the nerve impulse. This is how, when light falls on the retina, we can see. Okay, and ultimately the signal is transmitted to the cortex of the brain, and we can see the everything. Okay, so this is how we can see the things. Okay, where the retinal has a very important role. Now, the photoreceptor cells in the retina, there is a cones also, which is required for the daylight vision. These cones are made up of, there is three forms: porphyropsin, iodopsin, and synopsin. So as you can see here, this synopsin is for the blue. Okay, iodopsin is for the red color. Okay, porphyrin for the violet color. Violet or purple color. Okay. So now we come to the what are the deficiency manifestation and what are the function. Okay, so we have seen the function of vitamin A already. So like retinal is for the vision. We have seen the Wahl's visual cycle and how we can see the things. Retinol has a role in the reproduction and epithelium maintenance. Retinoic acid is for the growth. Beta carotene is the glycoprotein and main is in the antioxidant. Now, what are the deficiency manifestations of vitamin A? Now, what are the cause if you don't take inadequate intake? Like we have seen the plant source, carrots, spinach, papaya, mango, they are good source. Or animal source like milk, butter, meat, fish liver oil, these are good source. If a person don't take these sources of vitamin A in his diet or her diet, then it may lead to the vitamin A deficiency, or it may be the impaired absorption. There may be impaired storage and transport, or increased excretion of retinol binding protein in case of kidney disorders. Okay, or if any disorders of GI tract or bile salt is not available, which is very important for the reabsorption of vitamin A, then in all this case there is a vitamin A deficiency or alcoholism. These are the causes of vitamin A deficiency. Now, what are the features? So, night blindness, it is the earliest manifestation of vitamin A deficiency. Night blindness. So that is something called as a dark adaptation time. Dark adaptation time. Time taken to resynthesize the rhodopsin. Okay, so when a person go from bright light to the dark light, just like in cinema, so what will happen? Already the rhodopsin stored is depleted, and in dark we require the rhodopsin. So in human we take around 10 to 15 seconds to regenerate this rhodopsin. Okay, and the time taken for resynthesis is called as the dark adaptation time. Now in case of night blindness, because vitamin A is deficient by any way, so 11-cis retinal is not there or it is decreased, so it will not bind with the opsin, or enough amount of rhodopsin is not produced. So a person cannot see in the dark. So it is the earliest manifestation, that is called night blindness. Then xerophthalmia, the conjunctiva becomes dry, thick. Okay, that is called as a xerophthalmia. Now Bitot spots, they are triangular patches around the temporal side of the mainly in the eye, and grayish white triangular patches. And what is the important up to this manifestation, night blindness, xerophthalmia, Bitot spot? If we diagnose this early, we can prevent the blindness. So we will see if it is not treated, then it may lead to the keratomalacia, ulceration of the cornea, hyperkeratinization, and ultimately blindness. And vitamin A deficiency is a preventable, preventable blindness. Means if we diagnose this early with the help of Bitot scores or history, then if we give a single large dose of vitamin A, a person will recover completely. So that's why we should know about the different manifestations of vitamin A deficiency. Okay, so up to this we can cure. But if it is progressed to the keratomalacia, then ultimately only option we have is a corneal transplant only, if there is ulceration has progressed. Okay, other manifestation like it may lead to the infection, it may lead to the hyperkeratinization of the skin because epithelium maintenance is by the vitamin A, and growth retardation. So these are the mainly the vision manifestation: night blindness, xerophthalmia, Bitot spot, keratosis. So we will see one by one about everything. So night blindness is a diminished vision in the dim light, okay, in the dark light. So patient cannot read or drive a car in the poor light, and dark adaptation time is increased. We have seen the time taken for the resynthesis of rhodopsin is called as a dark adaptation time, right? It is increased, and that is the earliest manifestation, okay, because of the deficiency of retina. So you can see here, this is a normal vision, we can see here, but a person with vitamin A deficiency can see like this. Okay, so this is about night blindness, earliest manifestation. Now xerophthalmia, that is a dry eye. Conjunctiva becomes dry, thick, and wrinkled, and conjunctiva gets keratinized and lose its normal transparency. Okay, that is a xerophthalmia. Remember. Okay, you can see the dry, thick conjunctiva, okay, and wrinkle. Now third is Bitot spots, triangular grayish white patches, okay, and which is adherent to the conjunctiva. And in the OPD, you can see the patient, and you can, if you examine the eye, and if you find this Bitot spots, we have to give earliest treatment. We can give single large dose of vitamin A, and all the night blindness, all the, we can prevent the blindness. So you must know about this vitamin A deficiency. Okay, Bitot spots, typical. Okay, you can see here, okay, Bitot spots. So it is a diagnostic feature of vitamin A. There are other like lab investigation like vitamin A will be reduced, but just from the clinical, you can examine the patient's eye and you can diagnose the vitamin A. And if we treat, we can prevent the blindness. Okay, why? Because if vitamin A deficiency persists for the longer time, then there is a degeneration of corneal epithelium, which may get vascularized, and there is a corneal opacity is seen. That is called as the keratomalacia. Okay, if it is progressed to the cornea, and it is a cause of blindness. Okay, so this is xerophthalmia, where the conjunctiva becomes dry, thick, and wrinkled. This is keratomalacia, ulceration of the cornea ultimately. So this is the WHO classification. So X1A is for the conjunctival xerosis. X1B is Bitot spots. X2 is corneal xerosis. X3A is a corneal ulceration, which involves less than 1/3. And if ulceration involves more than 1/2 or more, it is called as the X3B. XS is corneal scar. XF is xerophthalmic fundus. Okay, so this is, you can see the scar. This is XS. So if I write the WHO classification of vitamin A deficiency again, so this is X1A, that is conjunctival xerosis or xerophthalmia. X1B is Bitot spots. X2 is corneal xerosis. X3A and X3B. X3A is where less than 1/3 ulceration of cornea, and when more than half of the cornea is involved, it is called X3B. Up to this part, we can treat the patient, night blindness and everything. There is something called XN. Sorry, it is a night blindness. Okay, and we can prevent this. Ultimately, corneal ulceration, then it will cause the blindness. There is XS, which is for the corneal scarring, and XF is xerophthalmic fundus. Then you can see the picture of scarring. So these are all the deficiency manifestation of vitamin A, mainly in the eye. There are other, like there is a susceptibility to infection, the epithelium is damaged, there is a hyperkeratinization of skin. Okay, so these are the deficiency manifestation. Now coming to the toxicity, as we know, fat-soluble vitamin, they are stored in the liver, they are not excreted. So when we give, if some person takes a large amount of vitamin A, it may lead to the hypervitaminosis, and it will lead to the anorexia, headache, weight loss, hair loss, bone and joint pain, and hepatomegaly due to the over ingestion of vitamin A. Okay, now we see the one case and we discuss the some question answer. A 15-year-old boy in the hospital OPD come to with complaint of difficulty in vision, which is more in the night. Patient also complained of cough and cold. He appeared malnourished and came from the poor socio-economical background. On examination, there is a thick grayish white triangular plaques adherent to the conjunctiva were found. Hyperkeratinization of skin was also found. Dark adaptation time was increased. Vitamin A level was decreased. So now, what is the most probable diagnosis of this patient? So it is vitamin A deficiency. What is the major function of vitamin A? Major function is in the vision. Okay, the retinal part. While other function like retinol as a reproduction, retinoic acid in the growth and differentiation of tissue, and beta carotene has a role in the as an antioxidant. Mention the active forms of vitamin A. So retinol, and retinoic acid. While plant, it is beta carotene. Mention the provitamin form for the vitamin A. What is the provitamin? As we have seen that one beta carotene oxidative cleavage, it will form theoretically 2 forms of vitamin A. So that is called as the provitamin. Beta carotene is a provitamin, remember. So these are all questions asked in the separate as a case also. So what are the deficiency manifestations of vitamin A? So we know that night blindness, xerophthalmia, Bitot spots, keratomalacia, all are the features of vitamin A. Other are hyperkeratinization of skin, toad-like skin. It is called as a phrenoderma. Hyperkeratinization of the skin occurs. Chance of infection is more common. Okay. So what are the biological role of vitamin A apart from vision? So main is in the vision, but other are like retinol has a role in the reproduction, retinoic acid in the growth and differentiation of the tissue, and beta carotene as the antioxidant. What are the source of vitamin A? As we know, retinol as the sources of vitamin A. So when we take animal source, we get retinol and retinoic acid. So milk, egg, butter, fish liver oil, they are animal source, while plant source are carrot, spinach, mango, papaya. Right? What is the daily requirement of vitamin A? 1000 retinal equivalent or 1000 microgram in men and 800 microgram in female. What are the symptoms of hypervitaminosis? So anorexia, weight loss, increased intracranial pressure, joint pain, all are the features of hypervitaminosis A. Why hypervitaminosis is more common in fat soluble vitamin than water soluble vitamin? Because they are not excreted, they are stored. So when we over ingestion of fat soluble vitamin lead to the hypervitaminosis. What are Bitot spots? They are the grayish white triangular plaques adherent to the conjunctiva. What is the earliest manifestation of vitamin A deficiency? It is a night blindness. What is dark adaptation time? In which vitamin deficiency it increase? So time taken for resynthesis of rhodopsin, that is called as the dark adaptation time. It is increase in vitamin A deficiency. Mention the pigment in retina responsible for the dim light vision. So pigment is rhodopsin. What is this pigment made up of? It is made up of 11-cis retinal and opsin. Which form of vitamin A is responsible for antioxidant property? It is beta carotene. Which form of vitamin A has a role in reproduction? It is retinol. So this is all about the vitamin A. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can see the future video also. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.